Sorry about that, Facebook. I had a very mild connection issue once again. But if you saw my last Facebook Live video, I literally carved out 2 wands for my next batch. And there's enough room on the vice clamp to have 2 wands drying. To simplify things, 1 wand in the batch is just going to be plain colored and shiny without paint, and the rest will be painted. I fucking hate the connection issues. So I got 1 wand in the vice clamp that just needs to be Mod Podged as soon as the glue's done drying on the handle. And then the other one just needs a handle added to it, and then the second half painted. Well, the second half painted, then the handle added to it, yeah. And then podged and glued and all that, so. All in good shape. Oof. I farted right before this shit gets started. The second time. Like right when the camera started, I just leaned in. And it's like, oh, dude. That's right. Because I'm only doing 1 wand and just no color and just making it shiny. Then I make 1 wand get completed faster. And I'm trying to make these 2 at a time. I run out of sticks to make them with. I just get more, you know. But the scepter I'm working on for the batch is definitely coming together nicely. There's a couple spots on the handle where it's still drying. There's a little chunk right there where it's still drying. And there's spots like right here. And inside the hole where it's still drying. But you notice that when Mod Podge dries, it's clear. And it dries like fucking cement at that. And in the last video, I made a payment to my Etsy store. Otherwise, they were going to shut it down until I paid it for it. And the due date was tomorrow. It's a small fee of $10.46. I had them pay it from my account, so that way they don't shut down the Etsy store. Didn't know while I was working on these wands here. The first batch sold out so quickly that I'm confident the second batch will sell out just as quickly. And I've seen what people charge for crystal scepters on Etsy, and $34 for the one I'm making right here is pretty reasonable. Now, it's a good thing I got the window wide open because I'm kind of gassy at the moment. Eat huggies. Wanted to do a Facebook Live video, ASMR wand making video. And Facebook decided to cut out with a connection issue on the last video, so, man. You can see where I left some of the bark on here and painted over the whole thing. It looks like from here to here it's smooth. And then from like here to here it's got the bark. And then from here to like here. And then like from like here all the way down, it's smooth again. Yeah. I think whoever owns this people seem to like the wands. I mean, they sold out in 5 minutes, the first batch, so. I'm a little bit sleepy, but I said I was going to work on wands today, and I didn't do any of that. I was goofing off with friends and hanging out and partying, so, you know, doesn't do me any good if I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I got 2 in the vice clamp drying as we speak. That didn't take long to carve out. Carving them doesn't take that long. The process of making them is the waiting for them to dry. Waiting for them to dry is the part that takes for fucking ever. But I said I was going to work on wands today, and then I got distracted hanging out with friends. Although, to be fair, I rode my bike a long-ass ways back and forth, and then walked even further after riding, so I got some good exercise today. Unfortunately, Ace Hardware doesn't carry the copper wire I need to finish this. I'll have to go to Home Depot for that. And there's a crystal shop I go to get quartz crystals for something like this. Then when my tax returns come in, I might make like 1 staff to sell on the Etsy store with the next batch after this one. Summer's coming up, and I can make a couple of those staffs for the Renaissance Fair. And be sitting there selling that shit left and right. Yeah, buddy. Still trying to find a stick to make a staff. Take like a hiking cane and turning it into a crystal staff. That's easy enough. Because finding sticks for staffs is not going to be as easy as finding them for basic handheld wands. I mean, even finding a stick for making a crystal scepter is, you know. I got this one to a point where, you know, I don't need to do too much more to it. I get a quartz crystal for it, glue it in there. When that's done drying, get some of that copper wire, wrap it around the base where the crystal meets the hole, and kind of do a pattern with it all the way down. The key to making a proper crystalled wand is to make sure the crystal actually fits snugly in the hole in which you're placing it, and it also feels right with the wand and that sort of thing. It looks good on the wand. Yeah. And if you don't want the crystals breaking on your wands, then you get real quartz and not the glass ones. Real quartz is made from a rock, so you know it ain't gonna, you know. If it's nice and snug when you put it in there before you even glue it, that's a good indicator of how long it should last when you put it in there. But I wrap the handle on that first one very nicely. That should look good. I could literally be drying. I'm trying to work on and dry and paint two different wands at the same time. Basically is what I'm getting at, like, because this works are a lot better than doing one at a time. Because that first one's a little bit thicker. The way it sits in the vice clip, it created like a V, so to speak. The wider end's holding the wand with the handle, but then when it kind of came in like that, the smaller end, I could hold the second wand to it, and I can dry with the first one, which increases my productivity speed just a little bit. The first batch sold out quickly enough. Now the second batch will probably sell just as quickly. And I think I just system down where they look better than the first batch. And I can make more than one at a time. Yeah, buddy. I had a fart really bad. I had a big fart coming up, and oof. No, I haven't done any chi balls recently. No. The nice thing about the smaller wands, they don't take as long to dry. It's magnificent. All the sticks that I have, including that crystal scepter that makes 8. It's going to make a full batch. I mean, I could say that crystal scepter counts as 2 wands because it's bigger and more elaborate. And then I miss out to make more money on this next batch, so need to find 2 more sticks, which the weather's getting warmer, so that's not going to be a challenge. I don't got much kind of tobacco, so I'm not going to be roasting it like crazy, but yeah. I tried to do a one making ASMR video and it kind of worked. Then it cut out. So I guess this right here would be a part 2. Yeah, ASMR, speaking softly while doing something on camera, that sort of thing. Well, I guess if I have the sound turned up pretty loud internally on my computer's microphone, then I won't have to be very close to the screen to make it work. I guess it depends on what device you're using to make it. Gather 2 more sticks. Make it a full batch of 10. I can't say that I have. Jessica Alicia Wilden says, did you hear about that girl who tried to shoot up YouTube? No, I didn't, but you'd have to be... How is that going to work? It's a website. That comment made me laugh because I'm trying to picture someone's thought process behind that. It sounds ridiculous. Like, if you don't like YouTube to the point where you want to shoot up a website, like, how the fuck is that going to work? Some people have crazy ideas. That's fucked. Apparently, YouTube demonetized her videos, so she went to the office where YouTube works with a gun, basically going to YouTube headquarters and killing herself. Yeah, even if, see, I get demonetized on YouTube all the time. Well, not all the time, but sometimes it happens. And I mean, I can sit here and gripe because I'm not making money off of YouTube, but that's all I can do. That's all I should do is, I think killing yourself in front of everybody at YouTube headquarters like that is a bit drastic. She shot 3 people, including herself, which makes 4. But you don't think they died. Well, hopefully they didn't. It's unfortunate what people will do to get noticed on social media. I mean, even I have a line I try not to cross. Advertising tobacco and alcohol on my channel, it's like, that might hurt me on the views a bit because I can't reach a wide audience with that. That's more adult themed. But the cooking videos and stuff like that, that's what helps keep my channel afloat. The crazy spicy food challenges, you know what I'm saying? It might have taken like maybe 20 minutes at the least just to carve out 2 of those fuckers. Boom, 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 done. Well, may that YouTuber rest in peace. Someone says they're going to do something stupid like that, you might want to look into it. Because I'm sitting here thinking, how the fuck are you going to shoot up a website? And this chick goes to the YouTube headquarters, shoots 3 people, and then shoots herself. All because they demonetized her videos. That's pathetic. See, if I get videos that get demonetized, then I need to offer more, I guess you could say, friendly content. And doing the spicy food challenges, the cooking videos, stuff where I'm trying to entertain you, at least, that helps. Jean, I don't know. Jean says, do you think she would have not shot up the YouTube headquarters if she had listened to Trails of the Abyss? I don't know. I really don't. But if I could have reached out to that YouTuber before she would have done something so drastic, I would have stopped her or at least tried to talk her out of it, Like, hey, whoa, I know life sucks, but damn, it ain't worth killing yourself over something stupid like, oh, blah, 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 I mean, if you had a horrible disease and you were going to die anyway, that I can understand wanting to kill yourself then. That seems a bit more reasonable, but, but killing yourself over something stupid like YouTube demonetizing your videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're making videos saying you're going to shoot up YouTube, that's, what the fuck do you expect's going to happen? Well, the album's alright. I'm not going to sit here and boast about it, but people seem to be getting into it, which is good. I tend to think the new Cradle of Filth album was really good too, but I think they were referring to my new album. Oh yes, most definitely available as a great pillow. It's on my SoundCloud. Yes, it is my new album. I'll give y'all a video that'll have the links from YouTube right quick. The Spicy Noodle Challenge. That one was crazy. I got 26 likes and 15 dislikes of the video. One person commented, sold. Congrats on the 6,666 followers. Hell yeah. 2 words, hell yes. What great work, what great merch. Makes me wet. Sav, he could put his face on some G-strings. Yeah. I'm liking these comments. They're fucking awesome. But this particular video will take you to the link to buy the pillow if you wish to purchase it, and as well the link to the new album. I'm not doing a Danny Phil scream this late in the morning. Otherwise I would if it was a more appropriate time. Now, if you go to this YouTube video I just provided, it gives you the link to the new album on SoundCloud, and it also gives you the link to the pillow. If I could make a body pillow, believe me, I would. But as it sits, Teespring doesn't offer such a product. Although, don't get me wrong, I'm flattered for the request for the shriek, but I'm not going to be doing that kind of thing this early. Yeah, I could do that, Dave. A shout out to homeboy Joe VH, who's friends with Dave Collins. That's what's up. shout out for you, and hopefully you start doing a little bit better now. That's the thing about life, it's never entirely easy for anyone. People might say, like, well, look at Donald Trump, his life's pretty easy. I would disagree. Yeah, he may have a lot of money, but because he's president, he has to deal with a lot of judgment and ridicule, all that sort of thing. So, oh, not a problem, Dave Collins. Ten people bought a pillow and one person bought a CobraCraft wand shirt. That's what's up. It's like $124 profit. That's a pretty good run for me on Teespring so far. And when the first 10 people are showing theirs off on Teespring, or their pillow off on social media, they're gonna be like, okay, I want one. That's gonna be the selling point for a lot of people. And usually if 10 people buy one before they even started the next batch, that's usually a good sign. I didn't put that much black paint on the handle part, so it didn't take long to dry. No. once the glue is done drying on the first one's handle and the second one's handle, I'll take them both off the vice clamp and Mod Podge the first one so that it just clear coats, and then redo the setup that I had again, so that way when I go let that dry, I can just paint the second one and Mod Podge it. Spotted beef would be excellent right about now, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Ho, ho, ho. You can see the glue's drying right there on the handle. I didn't put a shit ton in there, but enough that it ain't coming off. It'll hold the handle in place when I podge it. working on some ones, making myself some beef. You know how I do. You're welcome, Mr. VH. Hell yeah. Now, Facebook, if you have not tried Head County Championship seasoning with a sprinkle of Tony's seasoning, if you've not tried this seasoning combination on your beef, you are missing out. Oh. little bit of mayo between each layer of beef, and then peanut butter and jelly and mayonnaise on the top layer. Oh yeah. Cross section. Normally, I don't season my beef if I'm adding peanut butter and jelly to it, but yeah, surprisingly, even that season combination works with the combination of everything else. It's interesting. Well, the peanut butter is already naturally a little bit salty, so I guess it makes some sense. Yeah. I didn't put a whole lot of seasoning on the patties, but a little bit on each side. Yo. That's good. That's if you're going to add seasoning to this. If you were to cook a little bit of brown sugar into your patty, it tastes even better with the peanut butter on top of it. But yeah. But good bomb ass fucking snack. Oh yeah. Although, I might want to scrape my burger pan next time I go to make burgers because, hooey. Well, now I really cannot complain about that food I just got done eating. Facebook. That was pretty good. And the smell of beef is just waffling through my apartment. It smells magnificent. But we most definitely have a couple more wands coming up in the next batch or so. Or I should say another batch coming up, yeah.